What's going on, guys? Goose here and Team Pilot Levi here, and today we're going to be talking about our new freestyle ESCs, the Smoovest ESCs. So these are our new 32-bit ESCs. They come in a 30 amp size and they support from 2 to 6S. These are aimed at more of freestyle as they come in individual ESC sizes instead of a 4-in-1 that most people use for racing nowadays. Our new ESCs are going to come in our standard NewBeeDrone yellow PDB color. We flip it around to the back. You can see we've got a healthy dose of caps on the back for all you 6S lovers, since this does support up to 6S batteries. And then on the side you can see we have a RGB LED that is configurable in BL Heli. Our Team Pilot Levi, aka Leviathan, has been the first one who has done all the testing for these ESCs, and now I think we should talk about how they feel, since you're the first one and kind of did all our beta testing for these nice ESCs.
Well, actually, yeah, it's funny. When the first time I came back from testing it, they asked me, what'd you think of them? And I said, man, they fly smooth. And sure enough, that's what Jameson decided.
He literally said smooth. And so I was like, let's just call them that. So for those of you wondering, that's how we got the cool name.
When Kelvin first gave me these and I flew them and I thought they flew really smooth, I said, what's different about them? And he said, there's nothing. BL Heli makes a certain spec that you have to follow on them, and you can't really deviate from what types of chips that they use. So I said, well, why are they smoother? Why do they feel smoother to me than like another ESC that I fly? And one thing that he said, and without getting too in detail because this is kind of a proprietary design, he mentioned about the closeness, like where the actual FETs are in relation to the capacitors. That proximity to the chip makes it takes away a lot of noise.
Yeah. That
the FETs are
and latency too.
That, and then the amount of caps on there, so you wouldn't need to use an external capacitor, which is nice.
Yeah, that's right. Because you see a lot of dudes running these big fat caps on their 6S builds, and that works, but it's kind of, yeah.
I mean, you know, if you're compensating for something, you know, I could see why you'd want to put it on there, but if that's the only reason.
So in terms of the wiring layout, if we go left to right, we've got the signal at the very edge. It kind of looks like a squiggly, almost a ground line, but I guarantee you it's not. That's the signal. Right after that, there's a T for the telemetry. And then we've got our ground and then power at the very end. This ESC actually doesn't require ground for the signal wire because it is all digital and running D-Shot, so through our testing we found there was no need for that.
One other thing worth mentioning about the LED here, the RGB LED, is that it is on the end, so if you like to, you know, strap electrical tape around your ESC to mount it on the arm, like him, then you won't be actually covering up the LED. Another thing worth noting with the LED is a lot of people like to keep the same side up, and that would make the LED point back on one side and front on the other side, but since you can solder from both sides of the ESC, it's okay to turn it upside down. You'll still have the exact same solder pads on each side, so that way you can have all your LEDs face forward, all of them face in, or all of them face to the back, however you want it.
Wow. So that's pretty much the basics for the ESC. There's only so much we can tell you about an ESC. Really what you're going to notice, the flight characteristics and how it looks while you're flying. So what we're going to do is show some of Levi's flight footage for you guys. You can see how smooth these ESCs really are.
Disclaimer, there was zero tune done on this. This is stock beta flight 3.5, and I'm running on a GoPro Hero 7 without Hypersmooth.
Without Hypersmooth.
Because that would kind of defeat the purpose, wouldn't it?
This right here, this is your Hypersmooth. Right
yeah.
Hypersmooth.
We're using Hypersmooth, not Hypersmooth, okay?
Yes.
Smooth, not smooth.
Know the difference.